Welcome to another unit in this Excel course. This time I'm going to talk about how we can generate and use pivot charts. So you could use pivot chart either based on the data itself, or you can generate this from a pivot table. When it's based on a pivot table, you can directly go here to Analyze in the pivot table tools, then to the right at Tools to Pivot Chart. If I click on this, I can just select which type of chart I want to have. So for this type of data, it would be best suited to get a column chart or a bar chart, as is the case here. So let's go with the standard column chart. If I generate this, this looks almost like a normal column chart which I might generate on my own. The only difference is that here and here I have additional fields. The advantage of this is I could, if I click here, directly go with right click to value field settings and change what is displayed. So I could change from average to sum, for example. But this might slightly change the result. This also changes the corresponding pivot table in the background. So let's go back to average. So this changes what is displayed. Then down here with name, if I left click on this, I get actually the same thing as I get when I click here on the row labels, or more or less the same. I can sort this, I can add value and label filters or select specific object. For example, here I go with label filters. It says begins with. Let's consider all the people whose name begins with, let's call B. So this reduces just to those two people here. If I want to make this display all people again, I just go down here, click on clear filter, and I get once more all the people available in the data set. So that's an easy way to generate a dynamic chart, a dynamic diagram, which can be used similarly to what we got from our pivot table. Well, that's only one way to go with this. This is what I used for the column charts. As you saw, however, I can do this with whatever type. That's what I can say when I go back to change chart type, with whatever type of chart I want to have in this context. Some of them don't make this much sense, depending on the data. Some of them might make a bit more sense. So it's actually almost as flexible as using the normal charts I can generate on my own. Well, if I go to the normal charts, here on the right, you directly see the pivot charts as well, showing you that you don't need to have a pivot table underlying all of this. You can directly from a data set generate your own pivot chart. Again, well, all the things which apply to generation of diagrams, generation of charts, apply in the same way to the generation and use of pivot charts as well. Well, with this concluding remark, I can only say that I hope you enjoyed listening to it. And if you're looking for additional insights, feel free to visit the rest of this course or take a look at the corresponding playlist. I say goodbye and see you next time.